G'day everyone, Happy New Year. Sorry it's taken a while to get a video out of, well, we've been flat out. Jaden, Max and myself, waiting on this extra pair of hands to get here. We're just too flat out. Trying to keep everyone happy. We're dealing with lengths of grass like insane. Triple cutting, getting done everywhere on most properties. Jaden's getting there now with a snipper, starting to learn the process and just the avenues in which we use to go, the routes, different ways of doing it, being right-handed, I'm left-handed. Go back a few videos, you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, he's getting there. I just wanted to touch on a few things I've had come up recently. Obviously had the break over Christmas, so it's always a juggling act. Each and every year I've done it. And you have your 2 weeks off. Didn't get the full 2 weeks this year. It's just too busy to even get that. Which in turn is while I'm building this business, is to actually enjoy a bit of a break here and there when it suits us a bit more, rather than at that peak season time and upsetting people, and you don't like to do it. Had a few clients. It was like a week into the new year, just the week before, and we're still off work, and just getting messages, oh, when are you back, and already since we had all this rainfall, it's very hard to juggle that, guys. And that's the thing you got to weigh up. I had to weigh it up. I've got clients further down that we go to 1 day a fortnight. I've got other clients that we go to weekly. I've got other clients that we go to, let's say there's 200 of them in my local area, and I've only got about 20 down the other end of the coast. So I weigh that up. Do I want to upset 200 people, or do I want to upset 20 people? With that, obviously people got upset. Trying to get everything in order as well for the new year, starting off fresh. So we usually do our residential week, then our acreage, so that's how we worked it for the new year. You can only do your best, guys, with what it is. I don't usually have too much of a negative video or a negative vibe to my videos. I'll try not to. It's more just what you got to deal with, and I need to explain it, because you're going to come across it in your business, and this is what this channel's for, to help you with yours. So you just got to weigh it up. You're going to upset someone. You want to upset the majority or a minority. No disrespect at all to the people that we only do so often. It's just the fact that we live an hour away. It doesn't make sense financially to do any more than a day a fortnight down there, unless I build the business up further that I can take on more work. Because where it is now, we're flat chat getting it done in that day. Trying to keep everyone happy, especially when we're going to turn up. I'll get some footage. It's this week that we're there, this Thursday, and yeah, we're going to be dealing with plenty of overgrown yards. I'm just so thankful I've got machines like this now, and not the old time master that would conk out. Even with the side shoot on, it would still conk out. The boys were improvising the other day with the little ones, the little Honda to shoot at the back, lifting that and just letting it fly out and stand to the one side. 1 second. Alright, potential forward, ringing me again. So many different phone calls during the day. Yeah, it's just stopped. I don't know how much of that you've got. But anyway, receiving calls off people is what I was talking about. And you get it off some people, and what happens is you try and get back to everybody, but if they don't leave a message with their name and what they want done, I don't get back, because the amount of calls that come through, charities or potential fraud type stuff, there's just a lot coming through. So anyway, moving on to what you got to do with your business. Just one more point I want to touch on, because it has been something of a recent complaint from clients that I've got. Going forward, they know my quality and they pick it straight away if it's not done to that standard. Now, I've spoken to Jaden, spoken to Max. Max was the same when he first started. He just needed to learn my process of doing things and going that little bit extra for the client, which is what they've come to expect now from me. So it's no different now. When the boys are here, this is what happens. So just little things that we've got to keep growing. So if you've got the business, make sure, I always tell the boys what I expect, that sometimes there's just certain things that you can't remember everything, and there's certain scenarios on different properties where I say, all right, go fence line to fence line, but then if you only have to do an extra couple of strips, I just do it on the nature strip, say. Just little things, just above and beyond. It's a nice look when you're coming into your driveway, just knowing as a homeowner that's what you do. I think that's what the difference is. Starting forward, if the boys don't have a place of their own just yet, that's where it's harder for them to understand. But you can't rely on that either, because there's a lot of people that have their own homes, whether they're renting or they own, and they don't take pride in their yard like I would. And that's fair enough, that's their house, they can do what they want, but at the same time, I can't rely and go, all right, I know what I'll do in that situation if it was my place. So I treat everyone's house as if it's my own. But if you do that for someone else, they might treat their house like crap. I'm not saying Jaden or Max will, but I'm just saying your boys might not look after their own place at home. When they get home, they just put their feet up. They don't really do much. You want to be instilling that extra little bit of work ethic into every job that you're doing, and making sure that your boys understand what you come to expect, and then what your clients come to expect as well, because it's part and parcel of it. And that's the biggest thing, lesson I'm learning, because it's very hard for me to let go of the reins with a lot of things. I like it very particular. It's not my way or the highway type thing, but at the same time, I know what works. I know it looks really nice. I know what's quicker. I know the processes work, and that's the biggest thing. How to be profitable, how to be quick, how to be quality. So that's where I'm at with all that. Hopefully that helps you. I don't know if I'll get any footage here today. I'll tag on some footage after this of another property this came from. So we're going to be up against it again today. No, Max has got a couple of days off. Just another little break, mini break, because we couldn't have that full 2 weeks. Giving him an extra couple of days because he's going away with family and stuff. So that's great for him. Going forward, we're going to have to really plan it out into winter time for everyone, because that's our slower season. And I honestly wouldn't mind if we have 4 weeks over winter and travel somewhere warmer. Like, it makes no difference to all of us, as long as we make it work with the business. So we'll go with that, without losing my breath here, because it's very thirsty. Starting to warm up, getting real humid again. Sorry. And yeah, it's just thick as, like, everything's wet as underneath, and it's not doing a bad job. That's one pass through, as you can see. This is here. I'll hit it again on this side, and that'll be it done. Comparing other mowers, looking at our options, that's all coming. Got the 30-inch Skag. Hopefully when it comes to Australia we can get that going, trial that out, because you knew I had the time mask. I'm going to trial the 30-inch Skag. If I find I really like that thing, I'm going to look at their standards as well, just as an option, because I am happy with this. There's nothing wrong with it, but I'm always pushing the ladder and I'm always looking for that next best thing. Everyone has rated Skags for a long time. I looked at them, but the dealer is an extra 20 minutes away, so that's where my decision was back when I got this thing. Excuse me, it's coming off the cold too, so it is what it is. Got to get it done. Thanks guys, thanks for watching. Talk to you in the next one. Gonna have plenty more footage coming. I've definitely got to stop talking. I'm not going to be able to talk about it. Alright, thanks guys. Bye bye. Recording now. Let's see how you go. Try not to get your fingers in the way of the camera. Yeah. Alright guys, just quickly wrap this video up. I wanted to touch on, first and foremost, I'm obviously not having a dig at the boys at all. When I'm talking about doing the best you can for your clients, that's part and parcel of it. They know everything I've spoken about in this video already. It's just to help you guys further, how to go about it, how to talk to everyone, and like I said to them when they first started, and continue to say, it's never an attack or a personal attack on anyone. It's just constructive criticism. Clients have come to expect the quality from what I provide, and they're going to be a part of that service now, so the same quality needs to apply. It's just as simple as that. That's how we do it, rolling forward, and everyone's on the same page and everyone's happy. In regards to the clients I was discussing, you pick your good eggs and your bad eggs pretty much from the start, so you're going to have to learn to read people, and I pretty much play a waiting game with some of them just to see if I'm right. And I don't know what it is, but I haven't been wrong yet. So I'm very good at reading people, very good at understanding. When people are after something that is of quality, they get us, but then you get some people that want more bang for their buck than what they're willing to pay, and it doesn't work that way. So you've got to be a businessman first. You empathise with people when they're having a tough time, and you try your best, but at the same time it works both ways. So when we're in drought, I had clients that gave us extra work with whether it was painting, whether it was hedge trimming jobs, whether it was planting or landscaping jobs, whatever it might have been. That's the part and parcel relationship, because they didn't want to lose me as a lawnmower man. Even though the lawns weren't mowing, there was other things that I could do. Might have been pressure cleaning if they had a tank set up rather than using town water, of course. So you got to look at it. You got to be able to weigh it all up, and you got to go with your gut a lot of the time and stick to your guns. Because at the end of the day, I don't want the guys having to deal with anyone that's untoward, anyone that wants to whinge over nothing. I've had people cancel on the day of we're meant to be there. I've had people whinging about the height of cut, things like that, when there was a drought period approaching. So obviously you raise it that little bit to allow for that. And everyone else, 99% of our clients are happy for us to maintain. Similar to properties like this. This was all dirt, we've had plenty of rain. I'm not just going to go in now and cut this at 2 inches, I'll be at 2.5, because we want this to fill in. There's a lot of shade here. Temperatures at night, the grass is going to grow. There's a lot of factors, and you've got to go with your knowledge of what you know. Explain to your clients why you're doing a certain thing, of course, but at the same time, you want to have that trust there where they can just let you go, let you do your thing, and going forward, it's very easy then. It's a part and parcel relationship that it should be, and it's a mutual beneficial relationship. Again, I repeat myself with a lot of what I've done in these videos, but it's really not rocket science, guys. It's simple. It's knowing people, and it's also knowing yourself. And I've spoken about that again, like, I don't know how many times, but that's the biggest thing. Knowing your strengths and weaknesses, and going forward from there. You can't go wrong, guys. Like, you're learning all the time, and if it's something that you made a mistake, you definitely admit and you own up to it. But if it's something that you saw it coming, there's no way of keeping them happy forever. It was good while it lasted. Thanks very much, see you later. Because I don't need that headache going forward. And it's literally one person out of 300 odd clients, you know what I mean? You don't need to hold on to every single one of them if they're going to treat you disrespectfully, and not treat your business with the respect it deserves, because we rely on regular clientele, just like a lot of businesses do, and we push for that more than the once-off jobs, because we know we provide a quality service at a good price. So again, know yourself, know what you need to earn. You can keep going down that rabbit hole one day, but we're getting there. It's all great things going forward for the business. The boys are very much where I need them to be in regards to while I'm here still. Not far off now from being able to let Max just sort of run the show, do his thing. Jaden's getting there, he'll be with me. Once we get this other worker coming on board, he'll be with Max, and then we go forward and we grow. Just touch on one more thing with that, real quickly. See a lot of things on Instagram, see a lot of posts. People say, oh, why do you talk about it so much? Like, you're giving away all your secrets. It's no secret, it's really not. You can find all this information by other means if you really wanted to. I'm happy to help. I'm happy to provide information on what has worked for us, and I don't care about telling people what I'm about to do because I know I'm going to do it. I also don't do it in a way that I'm going to be bragging about it. I do it to show that you can leave that 9 to 5, you can leave that rat race job and go do your own thing in any field of work. We do so many different fields, and I could have a solid business doing either pressure cleaning, or I could have a solid business either doing roof cleans, gutter cleaning, roof restorations. There's only one really quality bloke that does fireplace installs up here, and he's an awesome fella, and he's found a great niche. But at the same time, there's a market for that because he's swamped. There are so many different avenues you could do in your local area. Just have a look at what the needs are, what you enjoy, go for it. Follow the similar practices because every business is similar. You need to have turnover, you need to be profitable, you need to have things ticking over. And I've got to stop jibber-jabbering because we're under the pump to get this other lawn done. So just go for it, guys. You've got nothing to lose. And what you do have, just account for it. If you've got to rent for a while instead of own, then that's what you do. If you've got to live in a smaller house than a bigger house to begin with, that's what you do. Not much coming with that just yet. Waiting on a few things for our next stage. Stay tuned for that. Anyway, talk to you later. Sorry, it was a bit of a rush video. Just had to get all this done, and I wanted to make one because I'm meant to be doing one a week still, and that's trying to find the time. Very hard. It's leaving a nice finish. Quickly run down here, get the blades sorted. Got blades on order. Sharpen them ones back up. They're not too bad. Just starting to wind down, and they'll be ready to go for next week. Cleaned it all up, give that a good pressure clean, and so you can see where it was and what it was down there. Now I said to Jaden, he's just going to take the big blower and blow all that. There's nothing left, that's just clumps on top because it was so wet. So little things like that. Same with these leaves on the grass here. You blow them to a corner, into a garden bed, or under a tree. Don't just leave it like that, you know. All these little tips and hints as we go, and it's what you would leave your place like, in my opinion. If that's how I would want mine. All this bark and wood chip you can't do much about, but the leaves you definitely can. So, man, I've just fit a lot in this video. I've got to get real focused and narrow this down, but hopefully you got something. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later. Bye bye.